What's up, everyone? So, I felt like making a video to touch upon a couple things that came up recently. I had a powerful mushroom ceremony recently, a powerful ceremony with magic mushrooms, and received some powerful clarity and downloads and remembrance about what is happening at this time on Earth. And I just wanted to share a nugget of that, of what I received, which was a lot. But one really powerful nugget was that the plants have the answers that we're looking for. This is what I can say. Humanity has become profoundly disconnected from the plant world, from the earth, from Gaia, and we look for solutions at the level of the thinking mind, the level of the conscious rationalizing mind, and we're never going to find the solutions we seek at that level, because that is the level from which our current civilization has been birthed, and you can't solve problems at the same level of thinking, the same level of perception and consciousness from which the problems were created, as was noted by, I think, Einstein. And when we commune with psychedelic plant medicines, when we commune with magic mushrooms, psilocybin mushrooms, when we commune with peyote, with San Pedro, with ayahuasca, and when we do this in a sacred way, a sacred medicinal ceremonial way, even with cannabis can also be used. And I say even because cannabis is tends to be a milder medicine. It's more widespread. It's more widely used for more recreational purposes. But with cannabis too, there is the potential for a sacred medicinal ceremonial visionary usage of cannabis. It's all about the regularity with which we tap into these medicines. If we tap in with cannabis on a daily basis in a recreational, casual way, we're going to become desensitized, and we're not going to tap into the deeper potentialities of working with cannabis. And we're probably, if we're tapping in on a daily basis, there's a good chance that the medicine of cannabis will become a poison, because, of course, basically all substances can be used as medicines or can be used as poisons, depending on the wisdom with which we're using them. So if we are using plant medicines, psychedelic plant medicines, in a very deliberate, intentional, sacred, ceremonial way, if we're setting a deep intention to connect to ourselves and connect to higher wisdom, higher intelligence, the intelligence of the earth, the intelligence of the plant kingdom, the intelligence of Gaia, which goes so much deeper, is so much more ancient and synthesizes and factors so vastly more understandings than the conscious monkey mind can possibly conceive. The plant intelligence and the Gaian intelligence are also, they're a way to plug into the pure field of consciousness itself, the field of consciousness that permeates all things, the field of pure consciousness in which all things are actually arising and falling away, in which you and I exist and have our being, in which this entire dream of the world of form is taking place. The plant medicines are a way to access the intelligence of pure consciousness, which is infinite intelligence, as well as these ancient plant intelligences and spiritual intelligences of the earth and of Gaia and of the plant kingdom. And when we humble ourselves before these teachers, when we approach these teachers as the sacred sacraments that they are, and we receive them in a ceremonial way with deep intention, what we find is absolutely life-altering. What we find is that these plant teachers are portals to oceans of wisdom that we had no prior could have had no prior conception of, could not conceive even existed. These plant teachers have the capacity to dissolve our inherited cultural conditioning, dissolve all the conditioning that keeps us locked into the matrix of our current human paradigm, dissolve all of that and connect us to the vastness, to the blank slate of pure consciousness, which is the portal through which our most fundamental, deepest wisdom can really just emerge, through which we can have experiences of profound epiphanies and of direct seeing, where understandings that go beyond the mental conceptual level can simply emerge spontaneously. And so I just wanted to send this message that the plant teachers have so much to offer us at this juncture in human history. It is truly astounding the wisdom inherent in psychedelic plants, in entheogenic plants. It is absolutely earth-shattering. It's off the charts. It's completely outside of most living humans' current paradigm and what they can conceive. And in that space, in that oceanic well of wisdom, there are answers waiting for us. There are answers that many of us are looking for, answers to both the apparent problems and challenges of our individual lives, as well as the apparent problems and challenges of our collective life. As above, so below, we are the microcosm that mirrors the macrocosm, and all healing and liberation of the macrocosm must begin in the microcosm, must begin at the individual level. And so I guess this is a first and foremost just an honoring and an appreciation and a statement of gratitude for the plant teachers and for everything that they have bestowed upon me. And this is also a sacred recommendation that if you are someone who feels called to work with the plant teachers, and not everyone feels called, and that's totally okay. It's not for everyone in this lifetime. However, if you're someone who feels called, I can really say the message that came through so loud and clear to share with you today is that the plants have answers. The plants truly know and see on a profoundly deep level, far beyond what most of us could possibly conceive. It is astounding. The plant teachers are tremendously wise. There was a funny moment where I was with the mushroom and seeing and receiving so much, and the mushroom basically said to me, you've been wondering where can I meet some kind of guru, where can I find the wisest teachers on earth to learn from the wisest teachers, and all the time they were just sitting there in your refrigerator. You had some mushrooms right there. The mushroom is an astoundingly wise and powerful teacher. Extremely humbling, extremely wise, extremely far-seeing. So take this as an encouragement, a recommendation, or just a signal to listen to yourself, and if you feel called, to seek out a way to work with the plant teachers in a ceremonial context, in a wisely cultivated context, with deep intentionality. It is my profoundly deep sense that at this juncture of human history, if we are being summoned, if we are being called to course correct civilization in some kind of fashion, then that course correction cannot and will not occur without many people being plugged back in directly to the Gaian intelligence, deeply reconnecting with the earth in a way that goes beyond spending time in nature. This is totally part of it, but we need to spend time in nature. We need to live in nature, immerse ourselves in nature, and we need to remember our connection to the plant teachers who are a direct channel to the Gaian intelligence of this entire planet, to the field of infinite consciousness that permeates all things. So, yeah, that's the essence of what I wanted to say. Thank you for listening. Things are as they are. I trust the flow, absolutely. In my best moments, at least. And so, yeah, we can heave a sacred sigh of relief. However things unfold, it's perfect. But if you are looking for answers, if humanity is looking for answers at this time, look no further than the plant kingdom on your very planet. Namaste. Peace and love.